They built a world that thrives on your weakness. They engineered your distractions, designed your addictions, and fed you comfort like poison disguised as pleasure. And you swallowed it. You let it numb you. You let it soften you. You let it turn you into exactly what they wanted: obedient, dependent, fragile. But now they're terrified. Because the moment you wake up, the moment you rip the chains off, the moment you decide to become a force of nature, they lose control. The second you stop indulging in excuses and start demanding more from yourself, the system starts to shake. They bet on your failure. They built an entire empire around the belief that you'd stay distracted, lazy, and weak. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna prove them right? Are you gonna keep pressing snooze, keep chasing dopamine, keep wasting your time while they laugh behind closed doors? Or are you gonna rise? Are you gonna take every moment they stole from you, every drop of potential they drained from your bones, and forge it into something they never saw coming? The world is not broken, it is designed. Every ad, every algorithm, every manufactured crisis, it all serves one purpose: to keep you passive, to keep you consuming instead of creating, to keep you fearing instead of fighting. And if you don't see it, if you don't wake up, then congratulations, you're exactly where they want you. Look at yourself. Right now, look at your life. How much of it is truly yours? How much of your time, your energy, your focus is spent building something that belongs to you? And how much is spent fueling a system that sees you as nothing more than a pawn? Wake up. No more delusions. No more pretending that life is fair, that the world owes you something, that you can keep wasting time and somehow still win. Because the truth is brutal, and here it is: no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you discipline. No one is going to pull you from the pit of mediocrity you dug for yourself. You either rise or you rot. And right now, right this second, you have a choice: stay the weak, distracted version of yourself that they created, or burn it down and rebuild something unstoppable. Because the second you decide, the second you commit, the second you refuse to be controlled, everything changes. They won't be able to predict you. They won't be able to manipulate you. They won't be able to handle the fire you bring. So what's it gonna be? Will you keep marching in line like the perfect little pawn? Or will you break the game? You are weak because you chose to be. No one held a gun to your head and forced you to waste your time. No one made you pick up your phone first thing in the morning and scroll for hours. No one chained you to your bad habits, your laziness, your distractions. You did that. You let it happen. And every single day you keep doing it. You prove them right. You make it easier for them to control you. They don't have to force you into submission, you do it willingly. You trade your focus for mindless entertainment. You trade your energy for comfort. You trade your potential for nothing. And the worst part, you know it. Deep down you feel it. That frustration, that anger, that emptiness. It's not because the world is unfair. It's not because you didn't get the right opportunities. It's because you betrayed yourself. Every second you waste, every shortcut you take, every excuse you make, you feel it carving away at your soul. And still you keep lying to yourself. You tell yourself that you'll start tomorrow, that next week, next month, next year will be different, that some miracle will pull you out of this pit and turn you into the person you were meant to be. But let's get one thing straight: there is no next time. There is no second chance. There is only right now. You are exactly where you deserve to be. Your results are the direct outcome of your choices. The money in your bank account, the strength in your body, the discipline in your mind, it's all a reflection of the standards you set for yourself. And if you don't like what you see, good. Because that discomfort is the only thing real enough to wake you up. You have two options: bury it under more distractions or use it as fuel. You can sit in your own filth, drowning in regret and self-pity, or you can rise. But let's get one thing straight: no one is going to save you. No one cares about your excuses. No one is coming to hand you discipline, to drag you out of bed, to force you to level up. You either take control right now, or you let the world keep using you as a pawn. Because here's the truth, no one remembers the weak. No one respects the ones who quit. The world only remembers the ones who took what was theirs. The ones who suffered, fought, and refused to kneel. So I'll ask you again, what's it gonna be? No more lies. No more pretending. It's time to face the truth. You've been at war with yourself this entire time. Every excuse you've made, every shortcut you've taken, every moment you chose comfort over progress, you did that. No one else. You became your own worst enemy. You sabotaged yourself. You let weakness dictate your life. And now you have to live with it. You wake up every day with regret. Regret for the time you wasted. Regret for the potential you've thrown away. Regret for knowing deep down you could be so much more, but you chose not to be. And here's the part that should really break you. No one cares. No one is sitting around feeling sorry for you. No one is losing sleep over the fact that you didn't follow through, that you let yourself slip. The world doesn't care about your struggle. It doesn't care about your pain. It only sees results. And if you don't have them, you are nothing. You feel stuck. Good. You should. Because this is the moment where most people break. This is where they throw in the towel, where they convince themselves that it's too late, that they've failed too many times, that they might as well stay exactly where they are. But I'm not talking to them, I'm talking to you. You have two choices, two paths. One leads straight to the same dead-end life you've been living. A life where you stay the same, where you wake up every day feeling just as weak, just as tired, just as trapped as you right now. A life where you spend the rest of your days as a shadow of what you could have been. Or you can choose pain. You can choose to tear down the weak version of yourself and build something unbreakable. You can choose to embrace the suffering, to own it, to let it forge you into something they can't touch. But make no mistake, this path is not easy. It will demand everything from you. It will strip you down to nothing and force you to rebuild. It will break you over and over again until the weak version of you is dead and gone. So what's it gonna be? Are you ready to suffer for what you want? Or will you keep suffering for what you settled for? Because one way or another you will suffer. The only difference is whether it destroys you or builds you. Enough. You've spent enough time living in regret. Enough time drowning in self-pity, wishing things were different, blaming your past, your servants as your so-called limitations. None of it matters anymore. You're done being weak. Because now you see it for what it is. Weakness is not a condition, it's a choice. And just like you chose to give in before, you can choose to never give in again. No more waiting. No more hoping. No more sitting around praying for a miracle that will never come. You are the miracle. You are the turning point. You are the weapon that will carve your way forward. You don't need motivation. You don't need inspiration. You don't need someone to pat you on the back and tell you it's gonna be okay. You need discipline. You need to wake up every single day and attack life like it's a battlefield. Because it is. Every second you hesitate, every moment you doubt yourself, the enemy gains ground. And that enemy, it's the old you, the weak you, the you that hit snooze, the you that quit when it got hard, the you that settled for less time and time again. That version of you dies today. From this moment on, you are a machine, relentless, unstoppable, untouchable. You do not wait until you feel like it. You do not negotiate with your own weakness. You do not look for a way out. You execute every single day, without hesitation, without mercy, because there is no other way. Comfort is a lie. Happiness is a trap. The only thing that matters is becoming something they cannot break. And that only happens through suffering, through sacrifice, through self-discipline so brutal that nothing and no one can shake you. This is the moment where you take your power back. This is where you stop asking for permission and start taking what is yours. No more doubt. No more hesitation. No more excuses. You have work to do, and you will not stop until it's done. You feel that fire burning inside you. That's what they never wanted you to find. That's the part of you they spend years trying to bury under comfort, under distractions, under weakness. Because the moment you tap into it, the moment you realize what you're truly capable of, they lose control. And now it's too late. Because you're done being weak. You're done being another pawn in their game. You're done living like a slave to your emotions, to your fears, to the part of you that always wanted to quit. Now you are the storm. You move with purpose. You wake up with a mission. You attack every day like it's war, because it is. And there is no force on this planet that can stop a man who refuses to kneel. You don't care about how you feel. You don't care about whether you're tired, whether you're sore, whether it's inconvenient. You show up anyway. You execute anyway. You dominate anyway. Because you finally understand the truth. Nothing can break you unless you allow it. Pain, it's just fuel. Setbacks, they're training. Failure, it's another lesson. Every hit you take, every struggle you face, every ounce of suffering you endure, it's sharpening you. You are not fragile. You are not a victim. You are not someone who needs saving. You are the weapon. And now you unleash hell. There is no off switch, no slowing down, no waiting for the right time. The time is now. You take action now. You destroy every obstacle now. Because you've seen the other side. You've seen what weakness gets you, and you will never go back. You've stepped into your power. You've embraced the struggle. And now, you are unstoppable. This is it. No more talking. No more thinking. No more waiting. Because now you know the truth. There is no one coming to save you. No one will carry you to victory. No one will hand you the life you want. It's all on you. And that's exactly how it should be. Because the weak beg for help. The weak wait for the perfect moment. The weak hope that someday, somehow, things will change. But not you. Not anymore. You don't wait. You don't hesitate. You don't beg, you take. Every second you waste is another second you can never get back. Another second closer to the end. Another second given away to the enemy, your old self. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna let your old self win? Are you gonna let weakness crawl back in and pull you under? Or are you gonna make the choice right now to become something unbreakable? Because that's what this all comes down to. A choice. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Now, you either rise or you stay weak. You either step up, or you stay exactly where you are. You either become the force they can't handle, or you remain the victim they control. No more running. No more excuses. Decide right now. Because the world only respects one thing: strength. And if you don't build it, if you don't embrace it, if you don't become it, then you will be crushed by those who do. This is it. The last moment. The final line in the sand. Everything before this, it doesn't matter anymore. Not your past. Not your failures. Not the times you gave up. Not the times you let yourself down. None of it. Because right here, right now, you decide who you are. This is where weakness dies. This is where the old you is buried. This is where you stop looking back and start moving forward like an unstoppable force. No more doubts. No more hesitation. No more waiting for the perfect time. This is the time. This is the moment. You've suffered enough. You've wasted enough time. You've lived enough days trapped inside your own mind, held down by excuses and fear. No more. From this second forward, you are a different animal. A machine. A relentless, disciplined, unstoppable force that does not ask for permission and does not accept defeat. You show up. You put in the work. You push past every limit. And you don't stop. Because there is no finish line. There is no end to this. This is war. Every day, every hour, every second. And now you are ready for it. No more weakness. No more softness. No more excuses. It's time to rise.